going to talk to you today about a wonderful book, Rika's Rooms, by Gail Louw, and we'll get a picture up in a moment of the book's cover. I'm in a car, as you can see, and wearing dark glasses this week because I've just been to Moorfields for an eye operation. So you can't see my eyes, I'm afraid. But I'm here to talk about the book. It's Gail Louw is a prize-winning playwright, and she's just had a whole series of 4 plays done in London. One went back to back, and she's had a very interesting career, successful career as a playwright. And at a certain stage in her life, she's decided to venture out into fiction. And this is her first novel. It's up on Amazon, Rika's Rooms. Now, the book is a fiction, but closely following the life of her mother. Her mother, in the book, as in real life at the time, was in a home with Alzheimer's. And the book jumps between the mother's experiences of Alzheimer's, of a mind that is breaking up and difficult for her quite to hold the whole of herself together or understand herself. And the jump is between that and her actual life as probably recorded, rediscovered by the writer, the daughter. The life of the mother is fascinating and well worth telling. It's a very humane book, a warm book, wonderful sense of humour, and as you would expect from a playwright, the dialogue is super duper, so lively and so real. The story of the mother was that as a young girl, I think aged 13 or 14, she had to escape. She's a Jewish girl and had to come from Europe and had to escape the Nazi persecution and was sent, as so many were, to Palestine, where her older sister is already living on a kibbutz. She doesn't go to the kibbutz. She stays in the town with her aunt, and the story follows her terrible homesickness for her family, her making her way as a young woman in Israel, her early loves, and eventually her falling in love with a South African man and marrying him and moving to South Africa. The large part of the book is in South Africa, where she has 2 children. The marriage is not wholly successful, partly because Rika hates apartheid and becomes quietly, almost secretly, proactive in fighting against it and joining an organisation that opposed it and took considerable risks in doing so. And the father is of a very different nature. The father, Jewish, South African, is quite happy to see a second class and to benefit from it. And part of the story is about Rika as a young mother and the kind of people she draws to her, and the way she both finds her agency and remarkably stays in the marriage, and the ethical decisions she has to make at heart of her story about how far she should go with her group, what kind of an activist she can be and hold the marriage. And this is an unusual story, and it throws a light on it's a political story, and it throws a light on the kind of moral decisions that a person like her at that time did make. In the last part of the book, she and her husband moved to England, and that's the story, really. It's the story of a life, a rich life, you could say a quiet life, but also not a quiet life. It's a life very scrupulously, fairly, and told with a great deal of beauty, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's a warm read and well worth it. And what we feel, I think, underlying it, is the daughter, the writer, or the fictional character, as the writer, her desire and need to make sense of her mother's life as her mother sort of disappeared more and more into Alzheimer's. It's a way of recreating her and giving her a new vigour. And it's a special book, and I hope you enjoy it.